All right, guys, welcome to another episode at Project Nine Oaks. We got the DC current rough-in going on today. You know, the previous video we've done, I did the AC current side of things. You know, that's all the big stuff, all of your air conditioning and refrigerator, things like that. But the DC current on this camper is just going to be for the lighting. And so there's a lot of campers, a lot of the new ones especially, that have a lot of big battery banks that can be able to supply all the power needs for them with inverters, things like that. They can run all their AC appliances on their DC batteries. However, our camper, it's a pretty small camper, and a lot of the campgrounds around here, or at least a lot of the camping we do, there's a lot of campgrounds. And so that's going to be, you know, power supplied to us, so we don't have to worry about any of supplying our own power. So that way, we're gonna have all the AC current supplied by the campground, and the DC is gonna be, I guess, supplied by us with a battery, but you know, that'll be charged from the AC current. Anyway, I want to go ahead and show you what the setup is on mine. I'm still in the middle of wiring it up, but at least this will give you an idea of what we're doing. Maybe it'll help you on your project, and you know, see what what I'm doing wrong. Maybe if you want to comment below, there's something I'm missing. But anyway, we're gonna get started on the trunk of the camper. You know, this is where the battery is and where the power starts for all the DC. So we're gonna get that going, and I'll show you kind of the setup there, and then we'll get into the to the inside. So anyway, let's get started. All right, so this is the back. This is the trunk of the camper, and it's pretty thin. There's not much back here. You know, not much room back here. So my whole plan was, I didn't want to get another battery for this camper. I know there's a lot online about these like 100 amp hour, pretty sizable batteries, and they're like $200–300. And it just didn't seem like, you know, I wanted to spend that much right now on a battery. So my plan, I thought, was brilliant, but it ends up not being, is I'm going to use this trolling motor battery. This is what I use for when we go canoeing, and you know, it's a big deep cycle marine battery, and I think it would last, you know, a weekend for us using LED lights. But I put it back here and it's too big, so it's this battery case that it's in, it won't fit in the back. It fits on the bottom but not on the top, and you really can't undo these screws to get to it. So what my plan is probably going to take it out of this container and put just the battery in there. I don't really like that because I don't like the terminals exposed. I might have to get some covers for them, or just, you know, put some tape over it or something so it's nothing comes in contact with them. But so anyway, that's this. I'm probably going to use this battery. It's probably not the best, but that's just what I'm going to use for now. But since I'm gonna still need to find a way of securing it in there without this container, so the battery doesn't slide around, so I'm going to work on that. But now I got some other cabling. This is a 6-gauge wire that's going to connect the battery to the fuse panel, and so this is going to be the main supply for all of the DC lighting. So I'm going to go ahead and get you kind of up here in here to see all this kind of spider web of wiring how it exists now. But anyway, so let's get you back up in here and see what you think. All right, so here's that battery. You can see how the tight fit in the back here. It doesn't really want to fit in. So really what I'm trying to do is get it up into here. I know it's a lot of wiring right now, but I'm gonna hopefully make that a little prettier as we get on. But this is the fuse panel. I'm trying to get a good shot of it. So what this is, you have your battery positive and negative up here, these two larger bolts. It's kind of self-explanatory, and then it has a big plus and minus on them, so you really can't mess that up. And all these screws up here for the negative are they're just tying it to that bolt, so all of your negative runs will connect back to the battery. It's all just a way to make that connection, and so it's not like a big nest of wires hooking up to your battery. So on the positive side of things, you have your positive from the battery comes up and it goes through these fuses into your circuit. So you have different fuses for different circuits, and I've got two here. I only have one fuse plugged in for now, but so that way you can kind of split off from the battery pretty easily, and you don't have another nest of wires like this is. But this is kind of a mess still. I just fished it through, and I need to kind of group them together and secure them to the wall. But anyway, so this is a nice fuse panel. I'll try to find a link to it and put it in the description below so you can kind of see what this is. This is kind of a lot. I didn't really plan on this many. I probably could have gone with a smaller fuse panel, but I'm going to have just a few circuits. I think I'm going to split it up to where I have, you know, some of the lights, basically the whole right side of the camper on one, and then the left side on another. There's such a small wattage that I don't think it really matters. This 14 gauge wire should be able to run pretty much all the lights at once, just because of the power usage is so small. So anyway, so what it goes from here is the battery is going to be down here in the back, and I'm going to secure that down. I'm going to run it up and have like a shut-off switch potentially, not really sure, and then have a breaker that it's kind of like an auto reset breaker that'll hook up to the battery as well. That'll screw into the wall, and once I get all that set up, then I'll try to show that to you guys as well. But then it goes up. I don't know if you can tell. Up in here, it just goes up through here and into the wall above. So we're gonna go in there, and I'll show you what that's all about. All right, well, before we get started on all the wiring and how I have it all run, I was going to go ahead and show you guys what the materials that I used for it is. The wiring itself, I got these from Lowe's. I just had a lot of this already, had to actually buy 50 more feet of it because I ran out, but had a decent amount of it, and this is going to be the positive and the negative side. I think they make actually wire that's 14 gauge that's together, so you can have kind of like your AC current side, you know, you have two wire running through and they're connected, so you don't have two separate runs. Anyway, I had a big spool of it before, so I just reused it, and then I have to buy these new spools till they match. But you can get this or that like kind of double wire. Got some Harbor Freight kind of clamps and connector pieces. You know, I go to Harbor Freight for these. I think this was like $4. This is like $2 or $3. This is just ways to connect it to the studs and stuff. And this is, if you had got this at Lowe's, it'd be like $15. This is that circuit breaker that you connect to the battery. I think it's an auto shut off. Like if it gets overloaded, it shuts off, then tries again on its own. I have to be sure of that, but I think that's what that does. Staple gun just to secure this 14 gauge wire again. And then these are the lights. These are a lot bigger actually than I thought. So it's a light, and it has the switch, you know, built into it. So you can turn one light on or both. So these are 6 watts, and I have 4 of these in the camper. You know, we have a 16-foot camper, and this light is 6 watts, and there's 4 of them in the main cabin area. So we kind of tested it out. That ended up what worked well, I think, with the amount of lights that this is. So 6 watts times 4, that's 24 watts. And when you divide that by 12 volts, so that's only 2 amps that these are pulling. So low, really not much to it. So then with those, I have a single one, and these are going to be above the bunk beds, so my kids, when they can read or do whatever. And so there's going to be one on the ceiling, and then one under the second bunk. They'll have their own lights. So that's it for kind of the wiring. It's not much to it, you know. It's just lights and wire, you know. So I'll try to I have a link as well for these lights, so you can see where I got these from. All right, so this gives you an idea of where it's coming up from the bottom. It comes up into the wall, kind of screwing a hole through the studs that they're fishing through, and then comes around and goes up through the studs. So wanted to show you what I'm doing here. This is just what I could think of. Is I can't really wire the lights yet because I need to get insulation and then the panel up. So I basically just need these wires to stick through the ceiling whenever I'm going to do it. So right now I just have them looped and just like an extra amount, and I'll just cut the loops and wire these up to the lights when I hook up the lights after the ceiling panel is in. So you can see I did that here. Just kind of made an extra loop at each of the places where the lights are going. So that just gives it enough wire to poke through the ceiling. And then this is the outside light, which is going to go on the outside of the camper. So I think I just drilled like a, it might just be a 1/4 inch drill bit, maybe a little bit bigger to drill for a bunch of these wires to fit through. So that's really it. We're gonna go ahead and finish hooking all this up, and then I'll bring you on and hopefully it all works. So let's get going on that. Okay, so with the battery hooked up here, there is one last thing that I haven't hooked up yet, and that is going to be the battery charger. And that's going to go in to this AC outlet right here, and going to run the wires over here, and it's going to be connected to the battery. So, you know, you use converters a lot of times for a lot of RVs. That's to put out a lot of juice, and you can be able to run a lot of your 12 volt accessories with just that and without the battery. But I'm gonna do, it's not really what I'm gonna, our setup is gonna be, we're just doing lights, and the battery should be plenty, and that charger is just gonna be more of a 2 amp, you know, just kind of regular battery charger. It's gonna be the kind that you plug in the wall, and then it's gonna be hardwired into the battery, not with the alligator clips or anything. But that should keep us running for our family. So I'll get that installed when it comes in the mail, and it'll be installed up here, plugged into that outlet. All right, so that about finishes it up for this, the 12 volt side of things. I'm gonna go ahead and push you in here to see what I've been working on and see if you get a better idea of what the setup is. So right now we have, you know, the battery on the bottom, and then we have the positive, negative, and I've got the battery shut off right here, and then it's gonna go up to this fuse panel, and then, you know, all the whites are the negative side, goes up and into the wall above, and all the black, you know, positive side goes up and in. I still got to finish cleaning up the you know, the tail lights right here, these wires, but for now this is the, you know, the lights and the exhaust fan for the camper. Again, sorry I didn't bring you guys along for, you know, a lot of the wiring, because this is quite a little cramped nook here in the back of the camper, and it would look kind of, I don't know how well I could actually film it. One last couple things are, you know, this battery is it's the same one I use for my canoe, the trolling motor. I had it, and you know, it's pretty expensive, so I just want to keep using it. I'm actually going to build a little bit of platform for it to be put on, so it'll be secured in here and kind of strapped down. It's just kind of resting in here right now, so I'm going to get something to lift it up a little bit. This connection right here is a little bit of tension on it. When I cinch it down really tight, it's quite a sharp turn here, so if I lift this up a little bit, I think that'll take the tension off of it, and I'll make something for this to secure into, because right now it just slides around. But for now, I think that's it. You know, appreciate you guys sticking around for this video. Again, this is the 12 volt portion of the electrical side of this camper. So again, still working on this thing, hopefully finishing it up soon. We actually have scheduled for a campsite in June, and we're planning on taking the camper, so it's kind of put a due date for me. So appreciate y'all sticking around for this this big project that we're working on, and if you would subscribe to this channel to see more of these videos, and I'll see you on the next one. Appreciate it.